let's look at the second Saturday game here. At the Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide Power versus the Essendon Bombers. Fellas, I'm going to leap straight out with this one. Can I just open this one up like a tin of beans?
I feel like I may agree with you.
I dare say we're all going to agree with each other right now. Power decimated the Roos. It was a Roo culling, all right? It was a massacre. A massacre at Marvel. The same thing's going to happen again. Correct. You cannot be a team in the Bombers who's 40 points up against a similarly battling, rebuilding kind of side, admittedly one that's got Clarko at the helm, but he's not playing on the field. You can't be 40 points up and then, to use one of your expressions, shart the bed.
Big time. That's a big shart.
Lose.
That's a shart on everyone in the bed.
You do that at home against the side down here.
Yep.
What's going to happen when you're playing away against arguably the best team in the competition at the minute? It's going to be a massacre. 40 points plus Port Adelaide Power. Count on it. Count on it. Count on it.
And that's 210. I'd be very interested to see what, they have a 60 plus market in like a super margin. I'd be very interested to see 60 plus. I don't know what you think, but to be honest, I backed in Bombers as they were the Des Dog of the week last week. And I thought I was home and hosed. I turned on the Brisbane-Sydney game, started enjoying that one, enjoying Sydney's Renaissance performance. But yeah, I was like, what happened to the Bombers? When I was watching Hawthorn come back, I was like, what? That's all. I can't even put words to it.
Yep.
It's a classic rebuilding team performance. Do really well for a bit and then die.
Horrible, because
they've got so many kids in the team at the moment. They got no legs. It looked very reminiscent of what happened to the Crows last year. The kids are just not. They're fit, obviously, but they're not
match fit.
They're not AFL fit.
Yeah.
Guys like Nick Cox couldn't get involved at all. And you're leaving too much on the plate of guys like Zachy Merritt and Dylan Shield. They just, you can't drag an entire team over the line by yourself. As you said, I think it's going to be reasonably one-way traffic. The line is currently set at 33.5, which is my lock of the week.
Oh my days.
Port 33.5, easy money.
Easy.
After what happened last week, I've got no faith in the Bombers to give Port much of a contest. I think they might be in it for a little bit, but overall, Port's just going to be way too strong.
It's the Portress.
I don't even think they'll be in at all.
It's the
I don't
Portress.
think it will be at all.
We all said that about the Roos, and the Roos had a ripping first quarter. But I think what worries me a bit for this game is not the actual game, like the result itself. For the Power, they are yet to have, in the last month, 5 weeks of preparations, a decent hit out against the similarly weighted side. Now, if Essendon do roll over and play doggo, as we expect that they will, I don't know who Port's got next week off the top of my head, but if it's anyone who's got even slightly aspiring to be playing finals, they could seriously give them a push if Port aren't expecting it.
Might be Adelaide.
Oh, no, that's round 8, I
that's
think.
later.
But look, Fantasia, holy moly, he's automatically leapt in and filled that second tall spot, even though he's about 170 centimetres or something dumb like that. The man was a jet. And if he does start to now take away the second key defender or that second lockdown defender, that allows blokes like Marshall and Laddams to start stepping up and start developing and not having to worry about it. He's an absolute boon. I think, look, Port, Essendon look good. Nick Cox, 200 centimetres playing as a midfielder. When he widens out a bit, that's a cheat code.
Like I said,
he's a human Grand Theft Auto cheat code.
As I said, he just couldn't get involved though. Like he just early on did a little bit, ran out of legs as the game wore on. But Port, just embarrassment of riches. Like, what is Tom Rockcliffe doing as a medical sub?
That's mad, that.
Any other team in the league, first choice midfielder, and they're a medical sub.
That hurts me. That does hurt me.
Unbelievable.
How's the lip on it? Saving him for the big dance. They're saving him for later on.
Why
That's
not?
what that is.
But imagine having the depth to do that.
That's
crazy.
Unreal. Dangerous stuff. Now, bets-wise, I went a little bit silly here. You know what I mean? I just saw legs that I liked and I just kept adding it to it. So I've got a bit of a centipede here for you fellas.
Good.
Beautiful. I love that.
I'm liking Big Dyson Heppel in that new role on the halfback. 20-plus touches.
Yep.
Andy McGrath, 25 touches. Wines, 25 touches. Boak, how good was he? 25 touches. Dev Smith, 1 goal. Butters, 1 goal. Cale Hooker, 1 goal. Fantasia, 2+ goals, is paying $21 in the vicinity of.
And the beautiful thing about that, how many fingers have you got up?
I'm running
8.
out here.
8.
I'm running, yeah.
So if 3 of them go down on Sportsbet, you'll get your money back.
We don't.
So all you got to do is
if you
win
use
5.
Sportsbet, we're not advocating one over the other. We're just saying. I see what you're saying.
I feel like
I
that.
see what you're saying.
I'd rather instead of losing my money, I'd rather get it back in bonus bets if it is to go down.
Absolutely.
So,
and I also like the over here, 177.5. I feel like Port's going to be kicking 120, 130 probably.
Whatever they want, really.
If the Bombers turn up and kick a score, it'll get there.
Mind you, they had 90 points. That's not bad.
Absolutely.
Interesting.